yeah, if you could grab those heroes, it's gonna be really good, easy kills there. So I'm gonna pause this replay right now at the 10:25 mark. For those of you guys who are listening to the MP3 and the guys who are listening in the live commentary room, please get to 10:25. As I talk about the hero synergy just for a bit. And Issy, shout out to Issy who's listening. Issy, if you're ready to go, just type something in the chat so I could, I could hear the ping, and let me know when you're ready. So meanwhile, looking at the picks, I really have to favor the Sentinel here. They definitely have the better pushing lineup here, and I mean, MYM is notorious for their pushing strat. I think they have the better laning as well. They have some great sense to go around. But the Scourge is a resilient bunch. They do have the famous well, I'm not famous, but I have seen it in this tournament a lot, where they go both Necrolite and Witch Doctor, which is mass healing, and they're gonna protect the draw. eHome did this once. I'm not sure they're taking a page off eHome's game, or they're gonna do something else. And also, all these heroes on Scourge really seems to be dedicating to protecting that draw. The Surge is a great way to get her out of trouble. The Cask, the Rattle Trap is gonna take a lot of damage. Don't look down at that Rattle Trap. A small hero but could tank quite well. Again, those heal is gonna keep Drill Ranger fresh and DPSing a lot. So we'll see how this game's out. The mid and early game is going to determine how, like, really big how this game plays out. If we see MYM go into a very successful mid game, they will probably finish it early. If not, we're going to probably see Nirvana.int take a late game. So we'll see how it plays. Again, I'm at the 10:25. If you're not ready, pause this MP3 and just get ready. But I'm going to be unpausing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unpause. All right, and I'm not too sure how the laning is gonna be. The Necrolite is a good solo lane, but you probably want to. Well, I'm not too sure. The Darkseer might be jungling. His item set doesn't look like it's gonna jungle, and the Rattle Trap is gonna good. In a solo lane as well, but he can get a very good lane if he goes with the Witch Doctor. But looks like from the hero positioning, it's gonna be a tri-lane bot. Witch Doctor, Darkseer, and Drill Ranger, and they actually have a lot of killing power with the Cask, with the Surge, Iron Shell, and the Frost Arrows. So yeah, on the bottom lane, it's probably going to be a tri-lane as well, so it's going to be a very action-intensive lane. We're going to have the Alchemist, a great stunner. We have the Venge, another stunner, and the Windrunner. So we're going to have 3 stunner here, and let's see, we have Mania playing on the Windrunner, so I mean, I'm really a big fan of Mania's ganking heroes such as the SK, such as the Earthshaker and Panda. So not too sure how he's gonna take this Windrunner. Is he gonna get a Battle Fairy, or is he gonna opt to gank more? Different players does shape the hero, so we'll see how it's play out. We see that Demon is firing those rockets to see give him sight for his teammates and everything. So we're gonna have a Necrolite solo mid, a Rattle Trap solo top versus a Pugna solo mid for MYM. And let's see who's loading top. There's gonna be a Potom solo top. So I love Potom solo lanes because, again, I just don't know why Dota teams don't do it anymore. Potom solo grants her the great experience. Oh, it looks like it's gonna be Darkseer mid with Necrolite. Kind of odd throwing 2 heroes out there, but I think that Darkseer might be roaming or jungling. We'll see how that is played out. But Pugna versus Necrolite, I think they're pretty even on both cases. Probably the Necrolite will have a better advantage here in terms of being able to heal. But it looks like Pugna is already blasting those creeps. And let's see if they could get an early lead in terms of CS. One thing I do notice about Pugna is that, at least Melk's Pugna, is that he really likes to go an early boost of speed, maximizing his movement speed, but looks like he is not going to do so in this game. Meanwhile, on the top lane, we have a Potom against Rattle Trap. Rattle Trap is actually going very aggressive on the Potom, but he's really being forced back by Baby Knight at this point. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane Forest, there is a bit of a Cask going down. And actually, a playmate has been forced back, not going in, and he's going to eat a stun by himself. Well, not a good start off MYM so far, but they're allowing Windrunner to free farm. She has 4 and 2 at this point. So, Meanwhile, Draw Ranger is only, let's see, Draw Ranger is only 1-0, so really they're keeping the draw down. So that's a very good job, and it's two Rangers on the bottom lane, two Archers on the bottom lane. Meanwhile, we have a lot here. It looks like Cass is gonna come in. They're gonna throw a cask at the Witch Doctor, but there's a lot of people coming in, and wow, there's gonna be a Shackle Shot. Pusher is in trouble. Pusher is gonna eat some Frost Arrow. First Blood. Pusher always feeds a First Blood, and he feeds it to Puppy here. And so whatever advantage they had, they just kind of just lost it at this point, with Pusher feeding the first blood. A bit kind of aggressive going into that choke point, and kind of getting owned there by Iron Shell. So MYM, you know, losing the early game, but it's only the first blood. It doesn't matter all too much at this point. Let's see how the Windrunner is going to farm. She is lasting quite well at this point, and it looks like they're going to give all the farm to Windrunner. I'm not sure if the best choice here, because Alchemist is also a hero that requires some farm, but you know, Alchemist could pick up his mid-game farm pretty easily if once he maxes Acid Spray and all that stuff later on. Meanwhile, mid lane, let me check out CRs real fast. We have a 12-2 Pugna versus 8-0 Necrolite. So looks like Pugna, due to his Nether Blast, is actually winning the lane to see it. But there is a gank from Puppy coming in. It's probably going to be a vacuum. No vacuum, no, because it's only level 1. Puppy likes to roam very heavily, and looks like Melk is going to force to use his Salve at this point. Let's see what he's gonna get. Oh, he already got an early Urno. So early Urn is actually a very offensive item. Of course, the innate mana regeneration is there, but the really once Pugna picks up a kill, he's really gonna win the lane, because you know 400. A 400 damage nuke, or really 200, either a 400 damage nuke or a 200 damage heal is such a big deal in terms of a 1v1 situation like this. So if Melk ever gets a kill here, he's gonna get himself a huge advantage. Meanwhile, on top lane, looks like we have a hasted Necrolite coming in for Potom. Potom probably know at this point she's actually doing some creep pulling, and she is actually in trouble. She's got to leap out at this point. She does leap out, but really a hasted Necrolite is going to be following. 2 more hits is all she needs. 2 more hits. Going to be 1 arrow, but he does get the heal. He sacrificed some tower damage, but you know, it doesn't matter all too much. So the clock, we're not having a good time here. Only 8-4, whereas Playmate, or not, Baby Knight is at 10-3. So it's doing a pretty good job in terms of CS, but he just got picked off there. Meanwhile, as Pugna is going off to gank, when the Necrolite is going off to gank, Pugna, his CS is shooting up to 20-2. So we'll look for him to, what kind of boots is he going to pick up? Is he going to pick up a Treads, or is he going to pick up a Phase Boot or BOTs? All these kind of boots are very good choices on the Pugna, so we'll see how Melk is going to play it. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, there is not too much action for a double tri lane there. We see the Windrunner at 17 and 11-7 CS versus the Draw Ranger at 7-4. So it looks like Alchemist is going to go back to CSing. Windrunner is actually hiding, going to try to get some Shackle Shot off. If he get a Shackle Shot off to the trees, he could do a lot of damage. They have a long stun time here, and they really need to abuse. They really need the help of the Darks here, but the Darks here is really just jungling at this point. Need to get that level 2, level 3. He does have level 3, so I'm guessing he has 1 level of Surge, 1 level of Vacuum, and 1 level of Iron Shell, of course. And meanwhile, mid lane looks like Pugna has hit level 6, so he is going to be a little bit dangerous if there's a ganking teammate coming in. And Necrolite also level 6 despite ganking top, but he did get the hero kill experience. So meanwhile, CS is only 16-1, choose Pugna's 25-2. So MYM still winning the CS quite well, and looks like Puppy quite low at this point. He has ran out restorative, and looks like Windrunner is gonna pick up a free kill. Oh, come on, Pugna should get the kill there. Pugna, there's all they need is he's trying to get a heal off. Give me 1 good blast. 1 blast. Oh, good job there, Pugna. He almost missed that. So Melk getting a pretty lucky kill, and that's what I mean. He has the Urn now, so he could either heal himself or just throw a Necrolite and force him to use restorative and then use his mana. So we'll see how this plays out. Meanwhile, on top lane, the CS on Baby Knight's Potom 20-5, so CSing pretty well. He's getting average of 4 a minute. 2 Demons 16, so he's only averaging 3 a minute. So we can see really the ranged aspect of Potom is kind of winning. However, there is a rock, and looks like Clock is going to be really aggressive. Potom is actually in dangerous position. All it needs is 1 click and a couple more hits, and you know, Potom would have just fell there. Bottom should be careful because the killing power of Clock, you don't want to estimate that once he turns level 6. So not too, again, all the European games I've casted, early game has been pretty tame. I'm not sure if it's just ESWC, but they're playing very, very defensive for the most part. So I'm mostly talking about Nirvana versus DTS yesterday, and of course Nirvana versus MYM today in this game. So, and Pusher doing some nice pulling action here. He has Tango out this tree, pulling the first creep, getting the creep camp and pulling it once again. So Pusher showing you how pulling is done, and also showing how First Blood is done, as Mania grabs the Invis Room and now hides herself there, but she's kind of trapped there between behind 3 heroes at this point. She's going to try to do some backstab ganking, but really they just don't have enough to stun. Maybe they're waiting for Pusher to come back. Pusher's still level 2, so she's probably going to... looks like there is going to be nice cast going off. They're going to probably focus on the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor will go down immediately. Windrunner taking a bit of damage, but they're going to focus on Drow now, and Drow taking some damage. Iron Shell goes on the Drow, and they will take down Drow as well, so Playmate gets a double kill. Good job by Playmate there. So despite not farming all too well, he has picked up a double kill, and I think they could actually put some pressure on the tower as well. Meanwhile, looking back in mid lane, we have see Pugna Urn charge is still not being thrown at anyone yet.